And the news this week is the blah.
Sorry.
The X Factor Malta judging panel. That's such a hard thing to say. The X Factor Malta judging panel. The X Factor judging Malta panel. Right, okay. Hey Eurovoxxers, Andy, Jess and Elliot here. And the news this week is the X Factor Malta judging panel. I've had so much trouble trying to say that. Has finally been revealed. Elliot, tell us the names on the list.
So the four names that have been announced are Howard Keith de Bono, Renee Mercier, Alexandra Alden, and probably most notable in the Eurovision world is Eurolosko, who of course came runner-up in 2002.
Now, of course, I know who Eurolosko is. The other names, I have to be honest, I don't really know. So I'm hoping both of you can give me a bit of a lowdown on who these judges are.
I can a bit if you want. I mean, they're all classed as songwriters in some aspect. They've all done music. Alexandra apparently actually lives out in Rotterdam in the Netherlands and does her work out there. Apparently Howard Keith de Bono is noted as someone who tells it like it is. So we're looking for a blunt judge. I'm guessing he feels that bill. But yeah, they're all songwriters or are music producers or heavily involved with the Malta music scene or have been for the last few decades. So there seems to be a lot of experience on that panel as a whole.
So if they're all songwriters, do you think one of these guys will actually write Malta's song for next year?
I think so. I think the winning mentor will have a song to give them, personally. I just feel like that's why they're there, sort of thing. So then that way they can mentor them and then carry them onto Eurovision and then they can use that as a story arc. I don't know. But yeah, I think the winning mentor is going to have a writing credit or be involved with the song.
We will see. Now, Jess, what do you think of the judging panel for the first X Factor Malta? That is such a hard thing to say. X Factor Malta.
Well, like yourself, the only name I know is Eurolosko. And I like Eurolosko. I think she's fab. And I thought she was fab at Eurovision, so I'm excited for her. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see Eurolosko. I kind of knew, like, as soon as X Factor Malta was announced, I knew that Eurolosko was going to be involved in some way or another, just because she's Eurolosko. As for the other three, I've never heard of them before. From the quick kind of Wikipedia search that I've done, I found out that they're involved in music and singing, songwriting in some way or another. So, yeah, it'll be exciting to see if I can actually see it from the UK. But
I'm sure there'll be a way we can watch it. But guys, what do you think of this format? Because obviously we've had the Malta Eurovision Song Contest for the past few years. They haven't been so successful. Poor Christabel with quite a good song but didn't qualify this year. What do you think about them going down this X Factor route? Because obviously we have a lot of X Factor winners and performers that will eventually perform in Eurovision. So do you think this is the right road for the Maltese to go down? Elliot?
I think they're trying what they can because their main issue the last 2 years has been, the 3 years they haven't qualified in the last 4 actually, it's been the public. And even with Eurolosko, she fell hard with the public. So I understand why they're trying to do this. Maybe they're not wanting to put all the money into such a big show and then sacrificing it down the line with like staging or something else like this, and maybe doing a show like this where it is a recognised brand, people are going to tune into it or like look into it and whatnot, are probably going to. And maybe their idea is that instead of like having a one-night show, doing it over weeks and weeks and weeks, because they know that people watch shows from different countries, like us, for example. They know people are going to tune into this. Maybe they're trying to get people on their side and the artist's side. When they win, maybe they think they'll have a few guaranteed points from a few fans of them from seeing them on the X Factor Malta. That could be what they're going for.
I'll come to you, Jess.
To me, I kind of get the impression that Malta is maybe coming up a little bit desperate in that they've, no offense, but like obviously they've tried MESC for numerous years, and more recently it's kind of failed them basically. And I kind of feel like they're at that point now where they're thinking, okay, where do we go from here? Clearly, MESC is not working. We need something else. And so I guess the next logical step for them was a talent show like X Factor. I do agree with what Elliot said in that if kind of, people around Europe watch it, then they might know the artists and it could get them a few points maybe. But at the end of the day, though, like, I see the X Factor as really just choosing their singer. And they could choose the most fantastic singer, but then you've got to have the song to match it. Otherwise, they're going to be stuck in the semi again. So they need to make sure they have something in place to get that killer song to match the singer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe just as a final point, they're trying to almost replicate what Israel are doing without absolutely copying what Israel have done. Because if we look at it, Israel's have improved ever since they introduced the reality show Rising Stars as their format. And they've never had the song as their select song apart from Hovey, and even then they changed it to suit him better. And obviously it worked last year because you had this experimental artist and Netta win it. Everyone was really excited for Netta's song, and then obviously it's dropped. It's become the bookie's favourite, and it won. So maybe they're hoping, or maybe think that's the way forward for Eurovision now. Do I personally think that's the way? No, I do agree. It's Malta do seem to be like throwing anything they can at to make it work. But yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to you need a good singer at the end of the day, and I'm guessing this is the way to make sure they have a good singer.
Yeah.
Because there are some good names in there already.
Yeah, and what I think is, artists won't enter MESC unless they have what they think is a good song. So I think this is giving an opportunity to people that maybe haven't found that song but have got the talent to then go forward onto the show, show their talent and potentially win and become the artist. So I think it's opening it up maybe to some different singers that we haven't seen before, that maybe don't have those links with certain songwriters and songwriting and production teams. So I'm quite excited to see it actually, and I think it will create a bit more hype about the contest in Malta, but also kind of in the Eurovision community. But the most important thing is, do we know who's sponsoring this show yet? Because we better get used to seeing that advert every 5 minutes on screen.
I mean, I'm just wondering if MSV Life is going to make a reappearance.
Oh, I know all about MSV Life.
Surely they are. I mean, seeing from their Instagram, I haven't seen any promotional boards or anything inside the judging room or anything. So it's been well hidden at the moment. We'll find out in October when it starts airing.
I'm sure it will be on screen. But anyway, guys, that's what we think. But what do we know? Don't forget to let us know in the comments down there what you think about the new Malta Eurovision journey using this X Factor format. Do you wish they'd stuck with the MESC format? They've used it in previous years. Don't forget to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel down there too, please. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to make sure you get notified when we release a video. Otherwise, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. And until next time, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.